Hello, welcome back to Kitchen Talk, episode 14. This week, our first returning guest, fan favourite, Mr. Ciaran Franco. Good to have you, Ciaran.
Good to be back. My hair dryer, by the way, just for I don't know, weird way to start. Like my hair dryer broke, but like there was like smoke coming out of it, and I was like, that's not a that's not a heat to be putting on your hair. So I feel a bit dishevelled today.
I think, is it a feminine hair product, a hairdryer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I use a lot of sort of
a
like
bobbleless one.
yeah like hair masks and stuff, and like
What the fuck's a hair mask?
so you put it in to keep your hair like lovely and conditioned and keep it in good. It's basically like a fucking glorified conditioner, like. But you keep it in for ages, and then I use like her vitamins and stuff as well. Just
Do
anything to
you?
keep, yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. Like everything, let it dry naturally some days, you know? Like just anything to maintain it, like.
That is mental.
Yeah.
I am I obviously, I don't have that much hair, but I just 3-in-1 shower gel, bang, bit of that on.
Shave it all, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? I've never even conditioner. Don't even think I've ever used it in my life.
Oh, I'm
I've
big.
actually conditioned my mustache before. Have you ever done that?
My flatmate has all the products and I use them in secret that he owns, like, so,
Or like, you both got mustaches, have you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's gone bald from the back, so he kind of needs something like,
Bald from the back. Oh, did we bald spot at the
yeah,
bar?
yeah, but like, it was like I recorded him one day and he went, rewind that fucking video back. And he went, what the fuck's that in the back of my head? And I went, that's your skull, mate. And then like that was 2018, and since then it's just gradually gone and gone and gone. And
Gone.
then we were out for pints last summer, and it was really one day, and he leaned down, and I saw his skull, and I went, "Oh, cover that shit up." It's like when you're watching Tiger Woods,
Yeah.
and he takes his cap off, and like, Jesus, Tiger,
Put that away.
yeah, put that up, put your cap back on, Tiger.
Do you ever see the SpongeBob movie whenever King Neptune takes off his crown?
Yes,
Bald,
yeah.
bald.
Oh, oh.
Uh, but I was talking to you before the podcast. I feel like the podcast we've been doing so far, I've called it Kitchen Talk, and it has been to an extent, a bit of shite talk. There's no real agenda every time.
Yeah.
But I've now wanted to go down the route, and the reason I wanted to go down this route was because I saw some maniac talking about the pyramids on Instagram,
Oh,
and I thought, you know what? Why have I not spoken about conspiracy theories? So I asked you what kind of conspiracy theories you're into, and you mentioned lizard people.
yeah. Well, I like the idea of like the whole stuff about the fucking Obama was sex trafficking kids and stuff like that.
Pizzagate,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, that's I find that hard to believe, but the idea of like all the government intellectuals are replaced by lizard people used to freak me out a lot more because of
Mhm.
like episodes of Doctor Who and all where the Prime Minister was replaced by a Slovene. Like you a big Doctor Who man?
No,
Yeah,
not
I used
even.
to fucking love it, like, but that always freaked me out and stuff like that. There, and then now that I've got older, a lot of the conspiracies I realize are that are true are the really horrible ones, like
Yeah,
I'm listening to a podcast at the minute about like the in the 70s in 1970 Chile democratically elected a socialist who done a lot of great stuff, and America basically conspired against him and illegally brought down the country so that he was killed and installed the dictator. It's
that
shit like that
period, that,
there,
that
yeah,
period of like conspiracy theories is just batshit insane.
yeah,
America were doing all sorts
yeah.
all
It's
the
like
time.
they decided to basically storm the economy, which is like every single sort of infrastructure in Chile got tariffed, brought down. Like the whole place was basically made bankrupt. So the people turned on the president, who was initially loved, like because he was like he'd be like the same sort of policies as Jeremy Corbyn had,
Mm.
which is crazy. Like that, like America, like apparently even in the 70s and stuff, America would keep an eye on the Labour government to make sure they're not going too
Really?
liberal, which is like insane. That like
What is this? Because there was like a real big fear in the. Have you ever read Catcher in the Rye?
yeah,
The real part of that was like to do with the red fear, like the fear of communism.
yeah. Well,
There
anyone
was a
who was
big
sort of
part of it.
different or like sort of seen as like bohemian, probably is the word and stuff like that,
Mm,
or was into sort of left leaning poetry or the beat movement and stuff, were suddenly seen as reds under the bed and stuff and like working for
yeah,
the Russians and all, which is like crazy because it was just like if you were going to be different and you didn't want to have a sort of nuclear family back in that day,
yeah.
you were then suddenly seen as like an enemy of the state.
And you always see it, and like you do see it in films, but like even it was a reflection of what was going on. Like people calling it you commie bastard.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they had a real thing against communists, and I'm like, why?
Well,
It's just a different political, like, do you know what I mean?
it's almost like now people there's almost a nostalgia for that period. Like in like you watch like watch talking to you about Slow Horses, and a lot
Yeah,
of that is the older spies are nostalgic for the Cold War because you knew who the enemy was, which was the communists, and they were the
yeah.
guys you were trying to stop. While now the enemy is right wing nationalists, jihadists, fucking
The enemy? You mean my friends?
yeah, yeah, no, yeah, it's like, right. If they're bald and have an England tattoo, I'm fucking yeah. It's like, but it's that's the sort of like the plot of that show basically. Like it's spying is a lot different now. They sort of miss the days of stealing a file. Now it's you have to steal a guy's laptop and
Like, how many spies do you think there actually are? I watched a good documentary before, actually, it just reminded me. The Spy Who Fell from Earth. And it was about, it was like a Russian spy that was in the UK. And I can't remember the backstory about it, but there was something to do with Egypt and all at the time. It was like in the 2000s. And he just mysteriously jumped off his balcony one day, and it was like out of nowhere. Can't, I wish I
the
knew.
Russians are good at that. Just oh geez, that minister who said something about Putin fell out his window the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like, so it's not even believable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, do you remember that guy? He was the hot dog salesman, and then he led Wagner, the group, not Wagner from the X Factor, like Wagner, the yeah, the military group in Ukraine. They were like a paramilitary group,
Oh, yes, Wagner, yeah.
and then he went against Putin for like 12 hours.
Uh-huh.
And then, because remember, it was Aaron McCann's solo show, and I was watching that, and then also checking what the fuck's happening in Ukraine in the waterfront. But it was like that was happening, and then he agreed to turn back and surrendered his people to Putin. Putin went, "You'll be all right." And then 2 days later, that guy's plane got shot out of the sky, and Putin was like, "Oh, jeez, that was a mistake."
What a shame. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do remember that,
yeah,
actually.
yeah. But
Even the what was the ones the was it the what's the word I'm looking for, dissenters? It's not, is it like, you know, the ones who got poisoned with the Novichok
yeah, yeah,
gas? And it was like, I think it was like they were outspoken about Putin,
yeah.
and then they moved to the UK, and they somehow still got him in the UK.
Well, that's what really scares me. Like, it's like especially the Mossad. Here we go.
Finally,
Uh,
finally.
they use honey traps, and the guy with low self esteem like me that get me.
Oh yeah. Oh mate. If you were, say you were captured by Mossad agents, right, and you held valuable information, what level of torture do you think you could get to before you sing?
Rectal rehydration or something. There,
Fuck's rectal rehydration.
where they pump water back into you through your asshole, so you it basically ruins your insides. But you'll never shit right again ever. Like apparently it's what the CIA.
I don't shit right anyway.
Yeah, like that's it's apparently it's what the CIA use right now. So people
Rectal
were yeah,
rehydration.
people were putting up videos when Trump and Musk fell out of like all these people dancing. It's like the CIA getting on. They're gonna get to do that to the Doge kids. She worked for Musk, but yeah, I don't know. Waterboarding would be pretty horrible as well.
We waterboarded our friend's wee brother one night in his house just to see what it was like, and apparently it is brutal. Like, we just captured him and just
Just
waterboarded him, just like waterboarding. But he said it was pretty
give
scary.
up all the secrets of the school, like
We were like, it was a time where we were listening to a lot of Russian hard bass as well, so
yeah.
it was a pretty like enjoyable experience.
Lock the doors and let's hardball.
Yeah, he was running around the house, and then we caught him. It was just a tea towel, and then just like a wee bit of water. But he was like, it does feel like you're choking, and I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Should we waterboard each other here on the podcast?
Here, that's a Patreon episode if I've ever
Yeah. Subscribe and we'll come to Wafflers and we'll waterboard each other at the end of the.
That's actually what the whole premise is. We're going to be rectal rehydration.
Yeah. Who's waffling? We'll find out by waterboard. Jack McGee just. The guy's already but just sat there in the accidental fader.
Adam Byrne would fucking like it too.
No, it's a freak in the sheets.
Like
Like,
a turkey based up as
yeah.
But I think I don't know. I think I wouldn't even. I just start singing like a canary as soon as I'm in there.
Yeah, well, the thing that the Mossad do that apparently, like, there was an Italian guy who was apparently funding some Palestinian in this 80s liberation group, and they sent this unbelievable woman to a bar, and the boy's a wee baldy fella in his middle ages, and this unbelievable woman, you're being a bold boy to Israel, and this unbelievable woman is like wanting to buck you. Surely you go,
Something's not right here.
yeah, yeah,
Something's not adding
and
up.
then he woke up in Israel, in an Israeli prison, and it's like, so that's sort of
I
how
would
they
fall
do.
for that, no problem.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, have
Easily.
you seen the film Munich?
I was literally like, I was thinking about that's when the Palestinians went to the Olympics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I've never watched it, but
Great guys.
I was reading the Wikipedia page about it before.
Oh, Munich's an unbelievable film, like, but there's a bit in that where one of the guys, it's Ciaran Hines actually, he's like an old guy in his 50s, and this unbelievable Dutch woman is like seduces him basically, but he doesn't realize that she's just,
Mossad agent.
yeah, yeah,
How much truth do you think there is in the Mossad have like all this blackmail on people?
yeah.
It's starting to look more and more likely, I think.
I think, yeah, well, I think there's definitely, if I get myself in trouble, send a honeypot to the black box to kill me. No, I do think that they've probably influenced quite a lot. Like,
I don't know. So there's a whole thing. There's a whole conspiracy theory about. Obviously, there's the Epstein thing at the minute, where I mean, there was no files ever. Everybody talking about,
yeah,
but there was like people, and I think it's a bit far fetched that he's a Mossad agent.
but I definitely think like his Gillian Maxwell's whatever her name
Try
is.
again.
Yeah, yeah. Ghislaine, is that her name?
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine,
Yeah,
yeah.
Freer.
But
She did
her,
nothing wrong.
yeah, her daddy was fucking like up
I'm
to
a
it, like,
sad agent.
yeah,
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 he
yeah.
was. That's
So
true.
it's like there's there's only so much coincidence before you go,
Yep.
yeah, there's something up there, like, yeah,
I've been getting hard on the memes about the Israeli like conspiracy theories, and it's always like clips of Christian Bale in The Big Short.
yeah,
He works out that there's something going wrong with the fucking the housing market, and he's like, "Hold on a second,
yeah.
it's
That's
like that, but in
yeah.
Israel."
9/11's the fucking the star of Satan is the star of David. So yeah, it,
I was actually in my girlfriend's house the other week, and they have a load of fucking. I didn't know, right? So you know the circle with a not a star in it, but well, there's a star like a five, like it's like a pentagram, right?
yeah,
What would you associate that with?
the
Like a
star of David.
pentagram? No, no, no. That's like fucking 7 stars on it or something.
Yeah, this the 5 stars the Satan.
Thank you. They
Yeah,
have it all over their house, and I'm like, "Are you Satanists?" And she was like, "No, no, no." I was like, "Well, you're gonna have to give an explanation for this." And she's like, "Oh, it means like peace and like mindfulness and earth, like all the elements of earth." And I was like, "That's not what that means."
yeah, that means like hail Satan, like,
Yeah, well, apparently that's when you turn it upside down. But like, whenever we were out for pints with their man, they were like, "I'll just wait till you see Sunday morning." And then they were like talking about, "Do you ever see the film Get Out?" And I was like, "Holy
this is
fuck!"
yeah. Don't be doing
I
it.
was like, "Don't make these jokes, or I'm going to be away like fuck here."
Yeah,
Thankfully, they didn't get sacrificed.
yeah. Who's this? I'm really speaking to mafia or some old boy. Come on, boy, get in your body, like. That took you so long to set up the laptop. For what?
I turned the latency down on this fucking thing.
You on button there, boy. I know, like, it is that here's conspiracy. Like my grandparents must think I'm fucking Mossad agent or something when I switch the HDMI cable out, and they're like, "How you do that?"
I tried to write a bit about that once.
It's a,
Like trying to have sex drunk is like watching your granny trying to plug in an HDMI cable.
yeah, it's a, oh, someone has a like a bit, an old bit. It's like trying to put a Calippo in an oven. Uh, it like, what was it like? My grandparents was away in Donegal with them, and my granny wanted to watch Wimbledon, and she
Mm.
couldn't get it on the TV, and I turned on the satellite box, and I
Uh,
went, "There's Wimbledon on," and it was like I'd shown them fire. I was like, "What? What?" It's like I went to a barber, and he was like doing an unreal haircut job, but he started talking to me about like porn star, and he was like, "Oh, you want to see us?" It was a porn star from here. Basically, he was, well, I was like, "I didn't know that we had porn stars," and he was like, "I'll show you here," and he took out his phone and was showing me. But obviously, because he's cutting my hair and thus has the future of my hair and thus
yeah.
sex life in his hands, I had to act like, like your granny at Christmas, putting on my glasses, like, and what's her name, like, and that's her stepson. She gets stuck in that washing machine.
And what is her name?
Yeah, so he was thinking like, and what are they? She's got boobs. All right.
What a mental thing to be shown. I feel like I miss out on a lot of like barbershop stuff. Like you always hear about like that, for example, or like
Yeah.
barbers just talking mental. Where my ma's my barber, because she has a barber, so I'm just cut my hair. But fuck, you would think it anyway. But she like so I don't get this. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It'd be weird if my ma turned around to me and was like, "Do you see? Have you ever seen this porn star?" Do you
Yeah,
know what I
have you seen Bonnie Blue? Yeah, no, because my mum's always not my I went to the one guy my mum went to, and then I don't know, like
One guy your ma went to, your ma would go to the same barber as you.
when I had like bad OCD with like haircuts and stuff, I just couldn't
Mm.
go to him, and then I started going to this other guy, but he just got lazy, like, and then
Aye.
he lost the love of the game, like, there's no passion in it anymore, and I started going to another guy who moved to Ballyclare, so I'm in the hunt for a new barber, like,
Oh really?
yeah.
Oh my listen, mate, Boys to Men, Castlereagh Road. Shout out Boys to Men,
Have you
Castlereagh
drive
Road.
past it on the way here?
No, I don't think so. No, did we? No, we didn't. We just came through town.
Yeah, I
There,
don't know.
no, there is another Boys to Men on the Hollywood Road. No
Yeah,
affiliation.
because my mum mates a barber, and like during lockdown, we all went up for a swell, during, like a sneaky swell during lockdown.
Aye.
Shouldn't have happened, like. And then in the middle of the swell, the man went, "Right, who's looking at their haircuts?" We all came back with like fresh fades and all as well.
Fuck, my ma did one for us whenever we were down at Bloody Ridge one day, and I was like, "You just do mine and Nelson's hair in the house." She was doing. Hope there's no cops watching, but she was doing a few homers on the sly, like.
Had to be done, like.
But the lighting in this kitchen isn't great for haircuts, and my ma's very particular, and I'm very particular about my hair getting cut. So like, and she's under a lot of pressure. So you're coming out of the house with a few dodgy haircuts.
Yeah,
But obviously, other people in the street would have seen like people, like a load of men coming in and out of my house, and I'm
yeah,
like, I hope they don't think it's anything nefarious in
yeah.
here.
Getting the wrong idea,
You know
like.
what I mean?
There's a conspiracy there for the boys in the fucking street going, "What the fuck's going on here?" Yeah, because it's like the woman beside my auntie, touted on like one of my aunt's mates cutting her.
No
Basically, so
way.
there's a barber on her street, and she touted, which is like the lowest of the low, like,
Yeah, that's
because
fucking wild.
you're not snitching for money or anything out there. You're just snitching.
Fuck the game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that meme of Morgan Freeman. Like, there's a difference between a rat and a snitch.
Yeah.
You're doing it just like I remember. Like this woman a couple of streets away from me basically posted in the Cave Hill community group during lockdown, like, our neighbor is having people over, like, what the fuck's going on and stuff. And then the neighbor had to be like, I'm having my 90-year-old mother over to get her fed and watered or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, mind your own business. But that was a period where, like, I remember, like, my cousin, she came down to see me in uni and went back to Glasgow, and her flatmates had like an intervention for her because I had an Instagram story up of me and her having a swell in the gaff.
Oh no way.
And it was like, like you crossed the boundaries and all. And
Fuck, we were having parties. God forgive. I hope no pensioners died from my actions, but we were having parties. Because we had a student house in the Lisburn Road,
oh, same with yeah.
so we were just having parties as if it was nothing was going on. The only thing that was difficult just getting drink.
Yeah, that was like in Newcastle because where I was at the time, it was a fucking gift because there was a 24 office at the bottom of
I
our street.
remember they closed them all for a while.
Yeah, that was grim. Like,
I actually, I told you about this in the group chat the other day, but I may as well talk about it in the podcast. I was doing my work placement for my foundation degree during, like, just before the start of COVID, like literally just before. And I've been going in for a couple of weeks and it was all dead on. And, like, they had me doing, like, designs on, like, fucking all this shit. And one of the days I went out, this is just a side context, but one of the days I went out for lunch with them after we'd been on site. We got a Subway, me and two fellas. They went up. The most insane thing I've ever seen. Both fellas went up to the counter in Subway. They were like, "What do you want?" And they were just like, "Just this bread and all the solids." And I was like, "Meat?" And they were like, "No, just got a solid
that's
sandwich."
lizard people. Like,
I thought, literally, that is fucking like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? You're eating lizard food,
yeah, yeah. There's no meat
getting a
there.
bit of
Like, yeah,
meat.
that's
Like,
cold blooded. Like,
do you have crickets?
yeah,
Any
yeah,
chance?
their tongue went down the
Yeah,
glass. Like,
that's what the
the
glass was
toad.
for.
Yeah, yeah,
Stop them stealing.
yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck this, these are weirdos." And anyway, went back in. And it was like, so we had St. Paddy's Day off, but I think St. Paddy's Day that year fell on a Tuesday.
It was because my mom fell out at me for trying to go out.
Yeah, and we ended up having a party in our house, and like, I think it was that week they ended up shutting down, or sorry, it was the week after, on the Monday. So after St. Paddy's Day, they wanted me to go into a wastewater treatment plant to do like sewage works. Not a chance. I've been on it on St. Paddy's Day. I was like, no way. So I was like, in my head, I was like, it's a good idea if I just don't ring in sick and pretend like I lost my phone. And I was like, it makes it more believable if I take 3 days off sick rather
Yeah,
than
yeah.
one. So I just didn't contact them, didn't go in for 3 days, and then on the Monday I came back and I got sacked from them. Well, didn't get sacked. He was like, "Look, we're closing down, but there might not be a place for you." And I was like, "Yeah, that's probably pretty fair
Yeah.
enough." And the other week I actually had a job interview for them, and I was assuming they remembered my name at least, but they didn't. And then whenever I walked in, they were like, they immediately recognized me. I thought the mustache might have thrown them off because
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
recent thing.
Not going in a wig or something, and a cap or a fedora or
Oh
something,
no,
being like, yeah.
yeah, mate. Well, I was gonna say with a pair of glasses on, but obviously I did have a pair of glasses
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
But I remember as well. I wasn't probably a good worker. I used to watch, what do you call the TV series? It's based on a Stephen King book.
Under
Uh,
the Dome, or
no, it was a mini series with Ben Mendelsohn was in it. The
oh
Outsider.
yeah, yeah, with Jason Bateman as well.
No, was he in it?
Jason Bateman's the guy who gets accused of the. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes. At the very start.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, The Outsider, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Fucking, I used to sit and watch that on my phone
Block
in
it.
the office, and
Yeah.
they were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just gonna have it on in the background."
Fuck me, like I think I worked in Greg's, like, and that was I got sacked from quite a few jobs, like
What's like the worst?
Lansdowne probably because my mate's dad is deaf.
Uh,
And I was behind the bar, I was having like 3 pints or whatever, and then
uh,
my mate's dad came and I was like, "What do you want, Jerry?" And he went, "The son of a bitch." Oh, mama, don't. He went 6 pints. Guinness.
Holy fuck!
So I poured the 6 pints and I whacked him through, and I went, "I'll be £8, please." And he went, "There's no way it's there's no way it's it's £8 for 6 pints." Shouted over the bar, and then they looked at some of my other transactions and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and it was like they were like, "You've definitely should have been serving more." Like they were like, "That girl got a cocktail and all," and I was like, "Good looking." The wee man was and they just hated my banter as well. Like this old man came in and went, "Is the fish battered?" And I went, "I took it out and gave it a good slap earlier on." Just like shite banter, and then I was on holiday, and then they were like, sent me a text and, "Can you leave in your uniform when you get back from holiday?"
Mm.
And I went, "Sweet, am I getting a new uniform? Or what's going on?" They went, "No, we don't need you anymore." It's like, and then Greg's, it was just like a 20-degree day, and I just was hating it and hating it. And then this woman, my mate, walked past, and it was like a Greg's where you can only take out of, and he was
Mm.
sort of doing like the sign for a pint, and it was like just so warm, and my boss was being a cunt and just walked out, and then I was terrified about going back in, and then during lockdown I went back in, and I was like, "Where's Janine?" We'll call her. I was like, "Where's Janine?" Because that's her name.
Mm.
And then I went, "Where's Janine these days?" To the old staff, and went, "Oh, she died of COVID." I
Oh
was
my
like, "Fuck
god!
me, it all works out." Like,
Did they ever
don't
like?
cross me.
Did they ever like ask you like, were you coming back in or anything?
And
Or did
Greg,
you, yeah, or did you like make like a
no,
big statement like I'm never fucking coming back into this place?
he tried ringing me and I wasn't answering the calls. And then I was like, fuck him. And then I got a message from him saying, you need to give us the uniform back. And I was back in Ireland by the stage. I was like, nah, I'm not giving the uniform back. And then
Paid
I,
off your wages?
yeah, they docked my 60 quid off my wages. I went, you
Fuck off.
fucking bastards. Like for
Gangsters.
Greg's uniform. Yeah. And I think the Greg's uniform, there's no pockets. So you can't go on your phone. You can't put
Oh
your hand in
really?
your pockets and all. It's that shit there. I fucking hate.
Aye.
And then,
Did they? Did you still have a uniform?
yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
good. Like,
probably good for a sketch. Like,
yeah, it
just
is.
sitting out. Yeah.
Bring out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not tomorrow. Monday.
Monday, I know, yeah. Jeez, we're filming a few sketches Monday.
Yep, we are indeed. Have you got yours planned out?
I want to do that 28 years later one.
What one's that now?
28 years later, Ireland during 28 years later.
Oh, yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
That'll be, yeah. Because, like, a lot of the time, me and Saul, like, we meet most weeks and do sketches and stuff like that there. And we have these big, broad ideas of what we'll do and stuff. And I'm like, what if we do this here? And then we get sat with a pint and we're like, fuck it, what's trending at the minute?
Yeah.
And then,
I find it so hard to like just think about what's like what to do one on, and then you see other people do one, and you're like, "Fuck, that was so good!" Like,
yeah, it's almost like, I hate to use the word, but you look at what's in the zeitgeist today. And,
what? What? I've never heard that before in my life.
yeah, it's like
I'm not a fucking ghost.
no, zeitgeist, like what's in this, like pop culture or what's trending and stuff like that
What
there.
the fuck am I thinking of?
Poltergeist.
Oh, jeez.
But like, yeah, so that's why like with that Hulk one, we were sort of like, I came down and I had this idea for like one about the open, and but it's this week, and then we were sort of slobbering about that Holt place, and then I was like, well, we could do something about that there, and then
Mm.
Holt, what is it, Holt West Point or Holt
Halt, Weaver's Cross.
Reavers Cross at West Point? Fucking
You've made an enemy out of us, and do you
yeah,
know what? I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna clip this.
yeah.
I have strong feelings about a new fucking bar opening up and their pint selection being shite. You have no excuse
Heavily, sure,
in 20 cannons.
yeah.
Cannons. I know. I can remember the fucking the drafts off by heart here. You have a selection of two cocktails: porn star and espresso, standard from a draft. Okay, I can look past it. Then you've got Tennant's, Haverly, Outsider, fucking Guinness. Okay, Guinness is fine, and Maggie's Leap. What the fuck? Who?
Maggie's leaping.
Yeah, Maggie's fucking.
But my mate Steph, I would have a fucking nightmare in there trying to get ordered.
Mate, but, like, who genuinely see if you go out and you drink a pint of Tennant's, you need shot in the face.
Yeah, well, it's like,
And do you know what the worst part is? It'll be £6.
oh shit, not 680. Or I remember, like, 'cause for me, like the perfect back five: Australia, Guinness, Harp.
I have to get a harp in there.
Yeah, Harp's classic, like. And then if I'm gonna go for an IPA, maybe like a Kinniger, but the blow the
Can't
fuck.
say it anymore, mate.
Yeah, Mate, the blow the chokes off me as well. Have you seen that trend on TikTok? The Coutinho.
Paso. Yeah. Coutinho de Barcelona.
Yeah.
Coutinho, ¿qué te pasa?
Yeah, like I was 5 in the last time one Saturday afternoon before heading out, and woke up and I was in my house. Like at like I think it was like about quarter past. No, it was 5 in the morning. I was like, I slept right through my whole Saturday. Being
My dad's an IPA pervert. And what I mean by that is he brews his own. And I went down one
Oh.
time and he made like correct me if I'm wrong, Dad, if he's watching, but it was a passion fruit one.
That sounds
And
nice. Like
it was all right, but like they're just a bit strong. I like a pissy beer. Do you know what I mean? I
yeah,
like I don't like a lot of like
you're a Corona man, aren't you?
from the bottle. Right, this is a
Yeah.
good conversation. Corona is better in a bottle than it is on a draft. I hate it in a pint, and I don't know why.
I think I've got it from a pint once, and I was not too heavy or something. Just felt like sickening or something after one.
Yeah, I had fucking like 12 last night. Not a single like there was limes there, but I was at a party. The function wasn't really. I was like I knew like four people at the function, right?
Yeah,
All family members and all. There was a big bowl of limes and lemons to put into your drink. Was I gonna ask for a knife? Was I fuck? Was hoping someone else was gonna cut them up. Nobody cut them up. So I'm drinking my Corona limeless the whole night.
yeah, it
And
needs lime. Like
it's not the same.
yeah, it needs lime. It's like there's certain like if I'm with a gin and tonic, it's like a twat. If I'm having a gin and tonic, I'm gonna have it needs lime and it needs to come in a tall glass. I hate the fucking goblets. You walking away
Oh,
with
you
the
like a tall,
goblets.
skinny glass?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Tall glass. Like I'm not one of them people who's like, if I'm having a Jameson, he's to have two ice cubes. But like, I understand we're like, I don't know. I feel like a twat walking about with a big fucking
Goblet.
yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah,
like, because that's the way you have to hold it, isn't it?
yeah.
And you,
And like, especially if you're somewhere like the Sunflower somewhere out there, and it's all these white guys with dreadlocks, and I'm walking about with a gin goblet, like going,
never been a big gin and tonic guy.
oh, that would be my go-to spirit. Or I used to really like rum and coke, but I don't know. I feel like my teeth are starting to feel the.
Jameson ginger. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, you were saying earlier on, I had a ginger beer on stage last.
Yeah, this is fucking whack. By
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way,
I had a wee ginger beer last night, being like, this is it's not a sugary, I think, is like maybe Coke or Fanta Orange, whatever. And it's just a nice refresh, and you look a wee bit cooler drinking it.
a ginger beer. When I see someone drinking a ginger beer, I'm like, he's got something wrong with him.
Yeah,
Because it's not nice. It's only nice when you got Jameson with it. And like, it gives you heartburn.
yeah, oh, massively.
100%.
I'm definitely gonna get on it tonight. I think.
The Jamie Gingers.
Yeah, yeah, I think
Yeah.
that'll be a shout.
Do
Yeah,
you know what is a criminally underrated? And I always forget to order it whenever I'm out because I don't know how much it costs.
champagne.
Disaronno cranberry.
I have never actually had this, Ron.
Disaronno, it's like people say it tastes like marzipan, which I don't really know
Oh,
what
is that the one
marzipan
people
tastes
say it
like.
tastes like Dr Pepper as well?
Well,
Yeah,
Disaronno cranberry tastes like Dr Pepper. It's
yeah, yeah.
unbelievable. It's so nice.
Get that on TikTok shop.
If you want a tin, I should have offered you a tin of the Dr Pepper Cherry Crush, zero sugar. It's not the same as normal Dr Pepper, to be honest. It was kind of disappointing.
It like
Are you a Dr Pepper man? Do you like a bit of DP?
do like I like I think it's hard to beat original Coca Cola from a can. It's just to me the
Full
goat.
sugar?
Yeah, full sugar.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna pay the sugar tax. For ages,
Yeah.
I was going to the cinema and getting large Coke Zero popcorn M&Ms. I'm like, just get the
Treat
original.
yourself. Why not?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I like to treat myself now and again. I have a tin of Coke with my dinner every night, so I can't justify like a normal Coke. So it's Coke Zero, Pepsi Max usually, or DP Cherry Crush Zero.
Yeah,
Uh, but like, see if I'm getting like a Chinese or a pizza or something,
yeah.
it's obviously a full sugar Coke.
Would you not get a like? Say it's a Friday night and you're getting a Chinese. You're not drinking with that Chinese.
In the house, nah, not a big house drinker. Like,
I'd
I would love to. I would love to have a beer with the Chinese. I think.
you know what I've been having recently?
Well,
Like if I'm staying in on a Saturday, right? This is quite alcoholic because I'm still drinking. Bottle of red wine, match of the day, big massive Chinese order, like, and then
we bottle of red, like.
after it takes me a while to get through the red, and then after the match of the day's done, back on a wee film, like an old school film,
Yeah.
and then wake up at 3 in the morning on the sofa, like, like I definitely look like a fucking pisshead. Where when I was in Donegal, with my grandparents over the weekend, they go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Mhm.
So I've been drinking all day, and they were going to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm like, where's going? The party's just getting started, and you don't really know what to do. So I was like, right, I'll put on a film here, and I poured myself like a brandy, like because there was a big bottle of Hennessy, glass of red wine, put on Unforgiven, the Clint Eastwood film.
Yep.
10 minutes into it, I fell asleep. Obviously, my granny and granddad are waking up at 5 in the morning, and I'm still lying on the sofa with two fucking massive drinks of hard liquor, belt buckle undone, lying like that there, and they're going like, "You need to have a serious word with yourself, son." I'm like, "Fuck's sake!" Like,
So there's something about it. We were talking about this other night. You were like a solo pint, but I'm saying like, see a solo drink in the house by yourself. Something like it's if you're doing it all the time, it's a problem. But now and again, I remember whenever I was living up with Luke, there was one day it was Super Sunday. It was a big game Liverpool were playing in. Can't remember who it was. The game on early on the Sunday was also good. So I was like, fuck it, I get myself 12 beers.
yeah,
The Open was on after. I think it was the Open anyway. There was some sort of golf tournament on. And I thought, I'm going to fucking let loose and enjoy myself
you
here.
have to like, it's just the shackles
It's
off.
unbelievable. And I
Yeah.
just sat there, half cut, 12 cans of Harp Deep, fucking just, even just sitting on your phone, just looking at shit,
Yeah, but I fucking love it. Like, we even like people ask me what my hobbies are. I fucking love drinking.
drinking. It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I get I get
I, hate,
goosebumps.
I hate this whole fucking, like, mentality these days where it's celebrating people who don't drink.
Yeah,
Why?
I know it's like there's mates of mine like who I'm like 100% don't drink. There's mates of mine who are like, take a fucking drink, lad. It's what
Yeah.
It's I can see it in your eyes. Like it's what you're missing. It's before you fucking shoot the wife. Take a drink. Like, it's what you're missing.
Do you ever see the Hardy Bucks?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
You're
that
a
guy.
good man on the drink.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a good crack in the pub.
Yeah.
You're great cracking it. Everybody loves you.
Which I'm an alcoholic. And congratulations.
Fair play to you. Fair play.
But it's like the only time I felt gross where there was Spurs. I was living in Spain, and like Spurs had just announced Jose Mourinho was the manager, so it was we over the 12:30 kickoff, which was we played West Ham. There was great games in the middle of the day, And then at the half 5 kickoff, I remember this clear as day, was City Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
And City and Chelsea were both kind of shit at the time.
Yeah.
So this would be a fucking great day of football. So I went to the pub at 1 o'clock and just started pinting. And I pinted by myself the whole, because it was only €2
Great.
pints
Great.
the whole day through. It got to 9 o'clock at night, watched the fucking half 5 kickoff or whatever, and
Mhm.
then got to about 9 o'clock. Real Madrid were playing because all the Spanish teams start playing later. And I
Oh,
went, oh, I'm in Spain, may as well. When in
yeah.
Rome, about 1 o'clock, like 12 hours pinting by myself. I went to the cinema the next day, and just alone in the cinema, I went, "You are fucking gross, lad."
You went to the
Like,
cinema by yourself as well.
yeah,
That's a serious commitment.
I know. I was going, "Fuck me, like Kieran, have a word, like."
One time I was out. We were in Lowry just watching the football, and me and Big Kieran Kane got a boojum after, and then I got my mate to pick me up, and I was like, I think I was off on the Monday or
Yeah.
something. It was a Sunday afternoon, and I was off on the Monday, and I says, yeah, drop me into the shop here. I get fucking couple of Coronas. So I got myself a Corona. Just sat in my room. See, playing PlayStation blocked.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
I'm doing, I'm usually I have a friend I play PlayStation with Adam every time, and I'm obviously doing his head in because I am not good. Whenever I got a few beers in me, we're playing Marvel Rivals. He's giving me college and everything, and I'm just fucking
So,
polaxed.
yeah.
I just keep him playing as a thing, going, it's clobbering time.
Fuck, I need to get back into the game and like one thing because like again, it's good to do steaming. And like one thing I need to do is if I get in from the pub, I'm like, right, I'll watch an episode of whatever fucking series I'm watching.
You have to go back and watch
Yeah,
it.
Severance. And I'm like, what the fuck's happened here? Like,
it's
who's
it's when you don't go back and rewatch it, and then you go to watch the next one. You're like, I have no clue what the fuck was going on there.
yeah, like I watched all of Mad Men over lockdown, and it's a show just about drinking basically.
Yeah,
But I'd be like, why is he bucking her? What's fucking going on? Like I was like, what have I missed in the last 2 episodes? Like me and my flatmate started season 3 of it, and I remember we were watching, and I was like, why the fuck's he got a new job? Like what happened in the last episode? My flatmate went, oh, like he gets promoted and he leaves this company for this company, and I was like, I have no fucking memory of any of that. Like,
what is there like if you had the drink one drink for the rest of your life, like alcoholic drink, and like it can be, it doesn't need to be like specific like a beer, like you need to be like a Corona, but if you like want beer or like vodka or like what would you pick?
I'm just like a twat, probably red wine.
Really?
I love like you can drink it all night. I think it's very easy to drink. The only problem is you can't really drink it in busy pubs because people bump into you.
Aye.
You're going to be fucking covered, and I've ruined quite a few good shirts. But see a bottle of red with like food, like a proper nice meal, like
You
unbelievable.
look like a red wine drinker. And
I
I mean
fuck
that. I
yeah,
mean that as like a compliment. I think.
I love it. Like it's fucking
Fuck, I was drinking. We went to an Indian for someone's birthday, and he bought it was bring your own, and which is unbelievable.
is this the Nepalese? Well, not Nepalese. It's like mountains in the
No, it was. It's on the Ormer Road. Can't remember what you call it now. Can't remember. Loads of Indians are bring your own most of the time. But which is also bring your own is Wafflers on the 25th of July. By the way,
sea is there, folks. Less
uh,
than a week ago.
I actually just guessed it was bring your own. I had a feeling it was bring your
Oh,
own.
it's bring your own.
Yeah, thank God, bring your own. But we went to my mate bought a bottle of red. I go Cobras if I go to an Indian. Bring your own big bottles of Cobra.
Yeah, you almost feel disrespectful not going.
But it's also like I always bring three big bottles and I don't drink them because it's like it's a heavy beer, heavy meal.
Well, Bowtree, me and the mate always split a bottle of red wine in
Mm.
Bowtree because then you're fucking it's light, goes well with the meal, and then
Is
you go,
red wine light?
you're ready to jump right back into the pints after. I
Mm.
think, and I know it's a good Bowtree. Then straight across the what's that place? Fuck, across the road from the Empire. Is it 10 Square?
Oh,
Town Square is it?
Town Square.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Few Guinness after, like that's a good start to your night
It
in and around
is
the
a nice
Lowry.
bar.
Yeah.
The wee place beside it does nice cocktails too.
Oh,
Southside Social, where the Chinese is.
yeah, yeah.
That's nice.
Have you heard of a place called Menagerie?
Yeah, it used to be in the Holy Lands.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck, we have some stories from the menagerie.
Saul always hypes it up to me, and I'm like, I need to get this place. Like,
It's closed down.
is it? Oh,
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
closed down years ago. Fuck, we there was a night we took 2CB in it. Have you ever, it's like an E, but it's also like makes you trip a wee bit.
Yeah, it was racked my head on New Year's Eve. Like,
And we New Year's Eve's a wild time to take it,
yeah.
and we took it in there. This is years ago now, by the way, when I was a student. But I've never laughed so much in my life. It was I think it was a Halloween party, so everyone was dressed up, and I didn't like pay for a costume, so I just went as like I put a Liverpool top on and a pair of football shorts, and then made like shin pads out of cardboard, and just went like that. And I've never laughed so much in my life. But it was a proper like it was like where if you're going through the Holy Lands, there's that street that leaves you out at the Ormer Road where the junction is, where the pizza place used to be, where
Yes,
Lolo's used
yes,
to
yes,
be.
yeah.
It used to be just up there. Like there's a wee set of houses there, and then it was just sort of tucked in. It's like a car park now or something. And then you went down the stairs, and it was a proper wee dingy bar. Like I was never in it in the daytime 'cause there's no windows in it.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
sort of like it's like it sounded like a bit like a dungeon almost.
yeah, it was proper like dive bar sort of thing, but
Yeah.
it was absolutely class.
Fuck, I used to like going to like the most random place like we were during lockdown, going to like a barn basically
Yeah.
in someone's house to get wiped out like, and then
Getting wiped out in the barn,
I
man.
know I was going, where's all the cows, boy? My jaw looked like you ever see a cow like, eating going. But there's obviously like I used to get really bad come up shit, and I was like, I'm in some fucking abandoned barn. There's nowhere to fucking
Oh,
yeah. So I basically like, thankfully I found toilet roll and just had to go outside. Which by the way, wired is like not peak at all.
trying to wipe your whole
Mandela Hall as well, the old Mandela with the really low cubicles, and the amount of times
yes.
I have to go for
Fuck me.
shit, and boys would be looking over, being like,
And
"Well, lad, are you alright?"
they were always so warm in there. Like
Yeah,
the condensation from people's sweat would go onto the mirrors. I used to love the old Mandela Hall.
unbelievable. For
I
like,
one night there was. Do you ever remember DSNT?
yeah,
The heavier sort of techno raves. We went to that one night and I was fucking out of it. And I used to have this Breaking Bad phone case. I think it was like 18, and just fucking didn't even know I lost my phone. And it was with Brandy, and some girl came up to him and was like, "Do you know who owns this phone?" And it was just a Breaking Bad phone cover, and he was like, "The fuck?" He was like, "Yeah, it's my mate's," and she just gave him it, and which is also like he
mental. Yeah, yeah,
could have just been anyone.
yeah. His
And
pocket.
then he came back up to me, and goes, "There's your phone, mate." And I was like, "What the fuck? Why have you got it?"
Yeah, it's you do sort of lose track of like, uh,
Everything.
yeah, yeah. But it's also like, and then you go outside and the fresh air hits you, and you're like, "All right, I'm all right." But
Did you ever go up for an ice lolly
yeah, I
at the
went.
wee shop?
I remember going get one on the way back from ABA, like, and it was just because the walk you couldn't get a taxi, and the walk was like
Uh,
I got a Calippo, like unbelievable.
no, but I mean, there used to be the wee shop in Mandela Hall.
Oh no, no,
So
never.
there
I should
was.
have. Yeah.
Unbelievable. You could go up and get bottles of water and everything. It was class.
Fuck. I remember.
What did you call the other room? The Bonnetie?
Yeah,
The
the
the really
bonnet.
small roof?
I remember we were chatting about the tune "Sweet Harmony" by Liquid.
Uh-huh.
It's like, and we are like, oh, it's a wonder tune at the Prees and stuff.
Mm.
And then they closed with that, just completely
Oh, really?
coincidence. They got there, and the roof got some digging that night. Like,
One night after Shine, we were going to Bento Hall.
yeah,
We were going up I was going to party with them, and there used to be the Phonocab depot on Botanic. Do you ever remember it?
yeah,
Sort of where like the fucking Turkish places are now. We were in there, and a lot of us were just waiting on taxis, and this fucking homeless guy came in, and he was like just being like it was. I don't know if he was homeless or he was a junkie or what, but he was like just being mental, and he got caught wind that someone had ease on him.
yeah.
So they gave him an E, and he went, "Yeah, I fucking love E's." Started like there was this guy Jack, I can't remember his name. It was Jack something, but and he was like getting up in his face, and there was like he was like, "Oh, oh," horrified by the guy. And then the homeless, the junkie got a pizza out of a dumpster, like out the front, and brought it in and started smearing it all over his face, like his own face. And your man Jack was going, "Oh, oh," like proper
Yeah.
freaking out about it. I always bring this up to Ben anytime we're talking about it. It was fucking insane.
It's one of the funniest things ever. Because I remember like Ben's Snapchat story was like, I used to show my auntie every single day. I would be like, you want to see what he's done now?
Oh,
And show him. But then like my auntie would kill herself, and she was like, "How do you know this guy?" And I was like, "I don't. It just he's got this like he's Facebook famous basically." And then one day I was just sitting on the gaff, and my mate started texting me, and it was Ben put up going, "It was bound to happen sometime." He was delivering to my auntie's house, and she went, "Oh my god, are you Ben Tohol?" Took photos, put it up on, and I'm playing like Facebook, like him and my auntie goes, "Whoever Kieran Purdy is, your auntie's a legend," and all. It's fucking mental, like.
You mentioned Wagner earlier on, which is funny because Ben actually paid whenever Wagner. It was like the first time like this was a thing before Cameo. He paid Wagner from X Factor to do a shout out to a fella, and I won't say his name because he's fucking got a child and all that. But he was like, "Happy birthday to such and such. Uh, Ben's gift to you: 3 red Mastercards." So fucking funny, mate.
Some of the stories like there's always a thing where you leave the rave finishes at 3 o'clock in the
Mm.
morning, and there's almost like it's like the clock is ticking to see how quickly you can get to the after.
Yeah.
So if you're stuck waiting on a taxi, people start getting doubts in their mind, and
Oh,
people are like, "Oh, maybe I'll call it a night here." And then there's one time I had to see Dennis Salta in uni, and like proper like where you're almost holding back vomit, but I was like, right, I'll go to
yeah.
this after anyway. And my mate at the time was like, basically like seeing the girl who was unbelievable looking, and she arrived at the after, and he was sitting there like he looked gross, like mangled, like drooling all over himself, and she just sat petting his head, going, "Oh, love you, all right now?" And he was come on up to the room with me and all, and then I was just left in his living room freezing, looking like Gollum from Lord of the Rings, like, "Can I come up as well?"
The worst I still get the fear about this. Sometimes there was one year at AVA, and I was like fucking I don't know what happened. I was out of it, and we went to this illegal rave after. I ended up waiting on some wee girl. Woke up just in our mate's house in Holylands, like what the fuck. Went on like my phone was dead. When I finally got it charged, I like went on my phone and saw I had a story up, and I was just this is there used to be whenever it was in T13, there was like a chill out area, and I was just fucking videoing like this random like wee girl like in her face, and it's like, "What are you doing? Get away from me!" And I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Oh, you need to get that down, like, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that needs to be fucking deleted. That needs to be Epstein file. That needs to be. It didn't happen. Thankfully, like no one. I don't think you could screen record back then. I don't know like anyone ever brought it up to me, but I
Jesus.
remember I saw it and I was like, "What the fuck was I doing?" And like whenever I was on it, I used to just be fucking a real shite talker, real
Yeah, I'm
fucking like
bad for it, like.
just like complete nonsense. But even on my phone, like didn't know how to work my phone, so it was just like the caption over it was just like random letters, the whole thing. And she's going, "What are you doing? Get out of my face!" Fuck, it was hectic.
Oh, this is kitchen talk now, like, but
Yeah.
it's yeah. It some of the worst fear I've ever had was 2022. I'll tell you who it was after, but I didn't know them, but I kind of knew who they were and stuff. And like
Uh-huh.
me and my mates were sitting in the Marcus Ward, and it was just a mate's birthday, and we're all just painting. We'd been for a meal and stuff, and then one of my mates was like, "Do you want to get on it?" And I was like, I suppose. And then I was sitting at the back, and then I started like chatting to this other group of girls, being like, "Well, what's crack, you know?" And then got a bit like my mates were like, "Right, we're going home now."
Mhm.
And I was like chatting to all these people, being like, "Nah, nah, I ain't gonna stay with these. These are my new mates now." And I was like, "You sweet if I stay with you and hang out with you, know?" And they were like, "Yeah, yeah, sure, whatever, no." And then my mate was like, "Kieran, like, really don't want you to chat to them at all." Like, and I went, "Nah, nah, I'm gonna hang out with these, and honestly, like, it's class now." Then I'd only started stand up. I started bragging about like I do stand up, you know, and like so like I've never had the fear like I was having panic attacks in the office the next day, like being like, "Oh, I'm class now," like, and just like frying their head. And then I went, "I'm just going to the toilet here, and I'll grab. Does anyone want a drink?" I think they all said, "Yeah, we'll take a pint or whatever." I came out way around, they'd gone. They frying their head that much that they'd left. And then about a year, no, a year later, Saul started doing stand up, and Saul, they all came to see Saul do his
Uh-huh.
first set, and then afterwards, Saul was driving me home. But we were all sat having pints, but I couldn't look at them or even, I didn't make a single bit of conversation because I was like,
Exactly. Was the whole same people as
you're the
well?
exact same group, and I freaked them out, and they definitely remember who I am. Like,
Would I know them?
yeah, I think you would, yeah.
Oh.
So I was sitting going like, the fucking fear I've had from that is like it's been 3 years now, and I'm still like, oh, because my mate goes, he goes, "I've seen you do some weird things, like he goes, you make up lies on nights out or something when you were wired," but he goes, "But that was like you were clearly annoying the group, being like,
Yeah.
how can I hang out with you?" And I'm still like, oh,
There was one I don't know if I've talked about it in the podcast before, but there was one time I was like rewatching Breaking Bad. Have I told you this
oh,
before? I've been rewatching Breaking Bad, right? Normally it's at a student house, this is years ago. And I had been watching it all week and went to a party on the Saturday. Got and a bit of cat into me,
yeah.
bit of ketamine. Ended up in a bit of a K-hole, I suppose, and was sitting beside my mate, and I says to him, "I have lung cancer, and I'm selling drugs to pay for the treatment."
Oh fuck.
And he goes to me, "That sounds awfully like the premise of Breaking Bad." And I says, "No, it's true." And then other people in the party caught wind that I had lung cancer, but they didn't know that I'd also said that I was selling drugs to pay for the treatment. And it got to a point where my mate Brendy was like, I was so out of it that I was like
Convincing
convinced
yourself, yeah,
myself.
you do that as well.
And I was like, I remember lying on the sofa and like my head was on Brendy's like lap, and he was like, "Mate, why didn't you tell me about this and all?" And I just started crying. I was like, "Man, I don't know, like I'm so sorry, like I'm really, really, really worried about this and all." And then I like said, I was talking to the other mate Daniel, and I was like, "Please don't tell Fergus." And I don't know why, but he was like, "Who knows?" And I was like, "Just my mum." I was like, "Don't tell Fergus, I'm gonna tell him myself." And then it ended up like the party died down or whatever, and I like there was two of our mates around the back crying and everything because they were like, "What the fuck?" Because obviously they thought like I was genuinely had lung cancer. And after that, we were in the taxi going home, and I had forgotten all about it. Like I completely like sobered up and was just happy enough, just drinking away. And then we were getting a taxi home, and I was sharing it with Daniel and his girlfriend. And he dropped me out, like, so we see around the corner there. They
Yeah.
just dropped me out there because it's a whole hassle having to turn up the street and everything. They dropped me out, and he got out of the car, and he's like standing watching me walk up the street, and he's like, and I'm sitting going, why is he being so fucking weird about this?
Yeah.
I keep thinking about it, and then I'm like, when I get into the bed, I'm like, holy fuck, I just told all my mates that I'm dying of lung cancer.
Oh, it's so funny. Like,
And then I had to write in, like, see the fear the next
yeah,
day. I was like, I had to write in a whole message being like, I'm so sorry. I don't know where that came from.
you're tripping. You were tripping, being in Breaking Bad.
Literally,
Yeah.
like, thought I was Walter White.
Yeah. Oh, so it
Fucking
is.
Walter talking shite.
Oh, it's so funny. Like, it is like looking back, like them stories. I'm like, it's so good that you got mates here understanding because like I'm like some of the stuff I've done that like a mate of mine wanted to fucking he really really wanted Bakayoko. Remember the player he played for
Yeah,
AC Milan on his or on Chelsea on is it Ultimate Team or
yeah,
yeah
with
yeah.
him.
And he finally got him, and I was wired, and I was just to be hilarious. And as soon as he came, up, you've got Bakayoko. I just flicked his Xbox off with the Switch. He started swinging for me, and like we're fully scrapped in his like his bedroom. And looking back, I'm like, it's so like, you had to send a message in being like, listen, I could have ruined your Xbox. I'm sorry about fighting you in your fucking bedroom. But like, even I still get the fear talking about it now. Like, where I'm like,
Do you know the best way to describe like the fear? See if someone doesn't get the fear, the best way to describe it is: do you ever see in The Simpsons whenever Sideshow Bob stands on the rake
yeah,
and he makes that noise? "Whoa." That's what it feels like to have when you think about something that you did when you were blocked.
it's like yeah, it's there's nothing quite like it. Like where I've woken up and going, oh, the same night as I annoyed that group of fucking people, Marcus Ward, I sent my uncle. I don't even really, he's my uncle, like, but I sent him this mental message about how he's my hero and all. And I And I woke up and he was like, cheers, Kieran, that's very kind of you. And I just said to him, I was like, look, I'll be honest, I didn't mean any of that. Like, I was like, I was absolutely wiped off my head. Like, I was like, I like you, but you're not like, you don't like you too much, like, you know? And like, oh, that's a fucking, ugh. Same again the night.
Yeah. Have you ever pissed yourself while on it?
Oh, fuck, oh, I pissed myself.
All the time.
The worst was, my wee brother, he was only fourth year, and I apparently I walked into this room and just started pissing in his washing basket. And he was like, Kieran, what are you doing? Apparently I told him to shush. I was like, I can piss where I want, mate. This is my domain. Yeah, it used to happen all the time. And then like, or my flatmates in my first year of uni, like a week in, came into the kitchen. I was just stood peeing in the kitchen. It's like, what are you at? And apparently I started telling her to shush.
I happened to me whenever I was in uni in Liverpool, and Brendy had come over to stay with me, and we went out to a club, and then I ended up, we got back to my flat and we were out of it, and he ended up going to bed, and I went to a different party with all these fellas from Coleraine. I'd never met them before, and I'm friends with them now, like they're lovely fellas, and just stayed on it all day with them, and then went back to my flat and slept for a bit. And Brendy says he woke up, and he was like, whenever I woke up, sorry, Brendy says to me, he goes, "What's your morning routine?" And I says, "What?" And he goes, like, "What's your like what do you do when you get up in the morning? You like go to the toilet, you brush your teeth." I was like, "Well, I mean, like I get up and like I'll probably get a shower and then I'll brush my teeth." And he's like, "At what point do you piss on your floor?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?" And he was like, because he was in the like those like uni hall rooms, like they're very small.
yeah.
He was in the air mattress just on the floor beside the bed, and like there was like a wee gap between the end of the bed where the desk was, where my wash basket and all would have sat. And apparently, whenever I come in, I just like stood up and just like didn't stand on his air mattress at all. Just went to the end of the bed, which is pretty considerate of me, and just started pissing on the floor.
Oh,
And he was like, "Lindsay, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh," just
oh, I did.
incoherent. And he goes, "Are you pissing?" And I went, "Oh," and he just left me to it. And I was like, "Bollocks, there's no way that happened." And then I checked, and I was like, there was just a wee circle just
Oh, it's nothing worse.
on
Like,
the carpet for fuck's sake.
it is like, because you get confused and you don't know where you are and stuff. It
Yeah.
nearly happened in a hotel room I was sharing in Vegas, my parents, like, and I was that would be really bad.
Oh, that would be a fucking.
I'll show you one. I hope Facebook search messenger search is working. Where my mate texts me being like, where is it? She's got a message from a mate going, "You going to send me that money or what?" Because I must know. It was like I, the 1 minute. Can you not search? I must have turned it off. Oh no, you can here. So I arrived at well, not even that close. Like I just arrived
uh,
at a student gaff, and he was sharing it with a load of Korean boys who he didn't know. Like, but oh,
you got up at like. Do you want me to read it out?
yeah.
Yo, man, you got up at like 4 stroke 5 a.m. and pissed on one of my flatmates' room's doors. I had to clean up your puss. Piss. I know you were drunk, but fuck's sake, like more than likely gonna complain to me.
Came through, got like £100, like, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to pay it. Like, it was fucking brutal. Like, oh, I'd say I'm matured now, but I'm really not. Like,
No, even my birthday last year, I ended up, we were out all day and then went to Sticks and Stones, and I just remember waking up the next day and I must have put my tracksuit bottoms on whenever, because we were having a party back in our house,
yeah,
and I must have went and put my tracksuit bottoms on to like be comfortable. Just get back in the bed and woke up. My tracksuit bottoms were absolutely soaked, and I goes, this can only be one thing.
yeah, it's fucking idiots. Is that why you moved home? Just like
To
you
stop, no, that's not.
to stop you pissing yourself?
I still piss myself in here. Like,
Yeah,
I know I haven't. I think I told you last time when I was on about the time I brought a girl back from the work do,
yeah,
and I pissed the bed. But I don't think, not in this house. Like, I remember one time my dad ended up. So my dad came home blocked one night, and I was up playing Xbox. It was in our old house, and I was playing Xbox, and my mom started going, "What?" Yeah. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Has he hit her or
yeah,
something?"
yeah. Jesus.
Obviously, that he doesn't. He didn't do that, but it's just to clarify.
That's not a domestic
It
abuser.
wasn't. It wasn't that.
Yeah,
It could have been a possibility. It was like she was shouting so much. But I went down the stairs and I said, "What the fuck's he doing?" And he was like standing, trying to piss in the corner of the kitchen.
yeah,
And then my mom was like, "Get out the fucking back!" And then he like just went to fucking take his jeans off to sit down for a shite
yeah.
and like sit at like one of the kitchen tables or one of the kitchen chairs. And she was like, "Get out the fucking back." So my mom pushed him out the back when he had like he was like Winnie the Pooh, just fucking
Yes,
only like a t-shirt on. Pushed him out the back, and he ended up going fuck freezing. And then she was like, "Get him up the stairs," and I was like, "He has his cock and balls out,
yeah,
his arse in my face." I'm like, "I'm not like walking." She wanted me to walk up the stairs with my hand on his back
yeah.
and fucking doing that. I was like, "You fucking do."
Oh, fuck, Jesus, that's a sight for sore eyes. Like,
And
fucking,
I know, and I was like, and
what
then
age are you? Like 16?
it's probably like 14, 15, yeah. But he fucking, as well, there was one night, there was mysteriously piss in the wash basket. And he was like, "Wasn't me, wasn't me." And I was like, "Well, it wasn't fucking me either."
Yeah,
And then after that, I always get the blame for it. And then after that night, it was like quite clear that it was him who pissed in the wash
yeah.
basket.
Oh, fuck, it is like it's something I hope I'm past now. Like, I haven't been like paralytic in about a year. I don't think, or
Oh no, even at Kieran's wedding last year, me and Luke had got a room to share, and then Brenda, he was home from Canada, and we were like, "Just stay in our room, sure."
yeah,
And this girl Anna, she was also like she needed a room, so we were like, "Oh, you can sleep on the like the cock chair."
yeah,
And so Brenda got in the bed, like we just put the beds together. Brenda got in the middle between me and Luke. Luke got a shower because he couldn't sleep, and like 6 in the morning or something. And Anna was like asleep on the cock chair, and Brenda was asleep. And apparently, I got up, and Anna woke up to the sound of like pissing. And she was like, "Lindsay, are you pissing?" And I was like, "No." And then she was like, "You're pissing beside the bed." And I was like, I'm not. So we was going into the bathroom, and I was like, "Right, okay, fair enough." And Luke was in the shower, and I walked in. And he goes, "I'm in the shower here." And I was like, I'm all right, I'm not going to look. But it could have been costly if I started pissing on her. Thankfully, I didn't.
Jesus, I know, yeah, yeah. Be cancelled, Mr. Dinsmore.
Oh, pissing on you.
Yeah,
Doing
yeah,
fucking, who's the piss guy? Or Callie?
yeah. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
it wouldn't have been great.
Yeah, you know what?
But I've paid the hotel room. Do you know what I mean? I'll piss where I want.
Yeah, this is my domain here.
I don't think I even, there was, I think I must have started pissing and then stopped and then went and, cut the stream.
Yeah, say.
A lot of piss in this episode.
Yeah, yeah. This is a piss talk more than anything.
Piss
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. Taking the piss. Yeah, no. I like the last time I was like, I haven't been racked in months, like, which
Mm,
is like, because I did struggle with the fear quite badly. Like,
uh,
there was just sort of weeks on end where I was getting it, and then I was like, this is just really, really poor for my mental health at the moment. Like,
it does take its toll on you. Like, it's good crack though,
I know it's
honestly.
unreal. I
Do you know
hear
what
roll on the night. I know, because I'm like, I think a lot of the time as well was that if I had a gig on the Sunday, I would really struggle with the gig on the Sunday. Like,
I
and
mean?
then I just remember one time as well, I just went down to the Chester to watch a match and have a solo pint, and then I sat with my uncle's mates, and like I remember like drinking with them, and I was like, I don't even really know these guys. I'm just sitting
Mm,
swallowing them, and I was like, you need to have a word with yourself. So,
it's all good crack, but that's what I'm
I know, yeah,
saying.
it's fucking hard not to. Like,
The doing a gig hungover is one of the worst things in the world. I
uh,
fucking wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
it's like particularly like I remember I brought home a load of sleeping paraphernalia like from Vietnam, like really
Uh,
strong sleeping tablets. And there was a period where I could conquer the gig hungover because when I would get in from like a night out at like 4, I would take one of the sleeping tablets and
yeah.
sleep for 12 hours straight, basically, like because of the
Uh,
alcohol in my system and that. It's really dodgy. And guilty pleasure, like, but it was like, fuck it, I'll bang one of
Wait,
me.
diazepam, no
Yeah.
problem.
And I'd like wake up and I'd be like, fuck, I'm refreshed here, I'm ready to go. Like, I remember I had one of the best gigs of my life doing this. It was like a sunflower one where I'd been out watching United win the FA Cup final and stuff, and blocked, wrecked. Took one of them when I got in. Woke up at like 4 the next day and was like, I fucking slept for over 12 hours. Went, I was so alert for the gig. It was all, who wants me? And then like, because it's like, or even like blues as well. Like I remember like we taking two the day lockdown ended.
Uh-huh.
So me and all my mates, you were allowed to sit at your back garden.
Yeah.
We all took two blues each, like six of us. And my ma came out and we were all sitting out the back garden, monged out, like, well. And my ma was like, "You're not all buzzing to see each other." All right, we're just a bit exhausted. It's been a hard pandemic for us all. We've all lost someone we loved and all. Just sitting there, it's absolutely out of it. Like,
Fucking nuts. Uh, Kieran, it's coming to the end of the podcast, but before we end, would you want to help discuss what we're doing
waffle.
next Friday?
So if you had a story, a lot like we've basically done this episode, you waffle, you exaggerate, you add a few wee notes onto it, we wee bit of spice onto that story. That's what we're doing next week. Jack McGee, Adam Byrne, and Luke McGibbon are going to tell us some of their most outrageous stories.
Yep. Well, they're not going to tell us. They're going to tell Daniel. Daniel's going to read them out, and we have to work out whose story that belongs to. But if it's your story, you don't want, these are going to be pretty embarrassing stories. I don't know about you. The stories I've submitted, I don't want anyone knowing about them. So I'm
Yeah,
going to do my best to make sure no one finds out they're me, even though it's uncovered at the end of the ride.
yeah, 100%. So it's going to be a class night. I did mention it's bring your own. That doesn't include gear, but it does include Buckfast, Rockshore if you're a paedophile, big bottles of Cobra if you're going for a curry before and can't finish them.
Red wine if you're a bohemian like him.
Yeah, if you're a man about town. But yeah, please come. Tickets are only a tenner. We'll be done by about 10 at the latest, and then we'll all go to Lavery's and play pool, wired.
What more could you want from a Friday night?
Just smashing eight balls. Like,
Have you anything else you want to plug?
just if you like my comedy or anything, because we follow on the old Instagram, so that's where I promote most of my gigs. And No Joke Comedy Club is back on the 11th of September.
And Madden's Comedy Club as well.
Oh yeah, every week, yeah,
Every Tuesday open mic.
yeah.
What have I got? Wafflers on Friday, next Friday, 25th of July. I know I've lacked on the podcast lately. There's been 2 weeks, so I haven't done it. You're getting treated. This will come out today. So it is. That's how fucking efficient we are in here. It'll come out today.
Mr. Dinsey.
Monday, we've got a special guest all the way coming all the way from London. He's not from London, but he's coming over from London. Aidan Rafferty. You'll know him from the host of the Radio Rufus podcast. He's a great stand-up comedian. We've got him on Monday, so you're getting 2 episodes in the space of like 3 days. You lucky cunts. You can also catch me and Kieran also at the Sirocco Works FC fundraiser on the 22nd of August in the Castlereagh Glentoran Supporters Club. So we'll be there. I'll have that posted at some stage today as well.
It's gonna be some night, boy.
Thank you very much for listening, Kieran.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.